Jacked out of my mind for today's subject. I really want to impact somebody's life out there in the internet world. I've had a lot of success. I've built big organizations. I've helped people go from waiters to now making 10 grand a month. I've helped people go from full-time nurses to now senior vice presidents. So this is what I want to drop on you guys for all the new people who's just trying to go pro and all the new people who just want to know what's the secret. Well, let me tell you what losing did for me. See, most people in this industry, they come in this business and they're scared to lose. So I want to train you guys as transparent as I could be, suit and tie. I want you guys to understand this is just me and you. I'm glad you invested to become a student, and that's what this mentorship is about, teaching you everything I know. So what I know about what losing did for me is it helped me gain the mindset. Understand, guys, most of you guys are scared to lose. You're scared to talk to somebody, you know what you're doing, but when you go to talk to somebody, you get nervous. And that's because you haven't lost enough yet. You haven't taken enough L's to create the pain inside, the burning desire to be willing to go out there and learn something new. So the one thing you have to write down, if you're going to write anything down, guys, is your mindset. Your mindset has to be focused on that it's a process that's going to take you to success. It's not something like 1, 2, 3, boom, I'm rich. Guys, it's a serious process that you have to go through. And the crazy thing about it is you got to understand the biggest pain. See, the biggest pain in MLM is recruiting. Write that down. If you want to know what the biggest pain is, and that's only because people haven't wrapped the mindset around what recruiting really is, because recruiting is a scary word. I don't really like saying that word. I like saying share information. Instead of trying to focus on who you can sell, please listen to me, because this is me and you. Instead of focusing on who you can sell, you need to focus on who can I share this information with. See, the problem with new people, or even some leaders can't get out of the fact, they can't remove them out of the situation. They're worried about me. See, the reason why you haven't recruited a lot of people is because of that mindset. The longest journey in the world is from your head to your heart. See, if you can honestly stop thinking about bonuses, because of course we need those, but this is the trick to success. This is the trick. Stop thinking about the bonus and start thinking about that person. How can I add value to this person's life? And with that question being said, how can I add value to this person's life? You can't pitch them an opportunity that you don't know their problems. Guys, it's very powerful that you understand MLM is almost like, if I was to use an example, I would say MLM is almost like baseball. Now that I think about it, because in the NFL, if you don't do too well, you're out of there. But in baseball, you can strike out 7 times, 7 out of 10, but as long as you hit those 3 balls, you're batting 300, buddy. That's just like MLM. You talk to 10 people, 7 of them might say you're crazy, 3 of them get in, you still make millions of dollars, right? Just like baseball, you strike out, you still make millions. All right? That's powerful. So don't worry. Listen, guys. Don't worry about the ones you can't sell. A lot of you guys are being held up because you shared the plan with your cousin, you shared the plan with your boyfriend, and you're waiting on them to join. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, write this down. Don't worry about the ones you can't sell. Worry about the ones you can't see. That is the key. Remember, guys, it's whoever shares the most information. We are paid storytellers. Recruiting is not about a script, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about a casual conversation, really caring about helping that person, finding out where you can add value to their lives, which is your solution, which is your company. But the mindset is not going up to sell them, it's going up to see what's wrong with them, how can I add value, and can they become my friend? Because if people trust you, they really feel like, oh, this person does care, they'll do business with you. People join this company off emotions. Write that down. They join off emotions. It's never logic. Yeah, we know your bank account is not growing, sir, ma'am. Yeah, we know your job is overworking you and underpaying you. We know that. That's logic. But people don't join because of logic. They know they need something, but they join off emotion. So if you could strike that person emotionally and figure out why that burning desire, why they need this, then you can recruit them. And they 9 times out of 10, they'll recruit themselves because they're like, yo, you know what? That makes sense. I do need this. So once that is done, I want to tell y'all the next thing. It's about, if I was to say anything, it's kind of like it's a lot of phases to this. What made me a champion? There's a lot of phases to this because I lost a lot. The one thing that you have to remember, I'm going to keep this quick, is you have to kind of win every conversation. See, when I was losing for my first 60 days in business, I didn't make any money in 60 days. And that's what taught me how to win. Because I realized when I was hanging up the phone with the 7 negative, because you know when you have 10 conversations, 7 is going to be negative, just know that up front, guys. So when the second negative used to hit me, I used to hang up very depressed. And that used to affect my effort and my attitude. Write that down. 7 negative conversations cannot affect your attitude or your effort. That's what's wrong. People hang up the phone and they don't win, so that affects their attitude, which puts them in delay mode. You need to be speeding up through the days, not slowing down. You know, if you're 6 months in the business and you're doing less work than you did when you first got started, you're on the wrong track, right? So the way you win, it protects your self-image. Write that down. So when you hang up the phone with somebody, let's say they're totally negative, you have to challenge them. Whatever it is. I just hung up with somebody not too long ago. They said, you know what, well, it kind of sounds too good to be true. So I challenged him. I just didn't say, okay. I challenged him. I said, well, if this is too good to be true, who said it's too good for you? Another person, hey, this sounds like a scam. Really? That's amazing. How can a scam be in the Better Business Bureau and thousands of people on YouTube making money? How in the world can that be a scam? Let me ask you something. Do you think your job is a scam? Because most people that work a job their whole life and live check to check. Guys, when you hang up that phone and you challenge them and you have their brain thinking, that's what you need to figure out. How can I challenge them? Which means whatever they're saying, whatever their objection is, challenge their objection. That's all you have to do, guys. And once that happens, you can add them to your drip list. And don't ever forget this, guys. This is what losing taught me. Let me remind you, you have to lose to become a champion. Losing taught me the power of taking it away. That also helps you win before you hang up the phone. If you got somebody in there saying, hey, you know, I don't know, they're giving you all this excuse, well, I don't have any money. I don't know if it could work for me. Well, listen, this might not be for you. You know, this is a great blessing that can retire people with no experience, but you're just giving yourself a lot of excuses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the opportunity away from you. I'm going to go help some other people, get some checks in their hand, and then I'm going to come right back to you and show you that it worked. You know, so the power of taking it away, when you hang up that phone, they're like, wow, they don't need me. So now instead of you hunting them, you become the hunted. And that's when it becomes the process, because it's not when you peak somebody for one time and they join, it's a series of exposures. That's why you need a list. If somebody tells you no now, you put them on your list and you drip on them. Drip on them. Drip on them. They might join 90 days later, because every 90 days something happens to somebody. Somebody has a baby. They lose their job. Their transmission went out. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what losing made me a champion. That was today's topic. I really hope you got something out of that. That's a bunch of knowledge. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next Chats Chats. Thank you guys for being a student. Peace.